What is going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 349 of D&E Takeover. As you can see right now, yo, all right, we already started off crazy. As you can see right now, I'm by myself for right now. Um, David's on his way. He's just running a little bit late. Also, if I sound a little stuffy, if I seem a little bit low energy today, I'm trying to keep it calm, trying to keep it cool. Shout out to all my allergy people out there or people who have allergies. My allergies are so bad right now. My eyes are messed up. My nose is stuffed. The whole nine. Anything you can think of is going on with me right now. But the show must go on, and it definitely will with y'all, man. Because we had a lot going. I couldn't miss today. Before the show even started, I was snuggled up in bed, getting ready to take a nap. To be honest with you, I was ready to just go to sleep, but I just couldn't miss today because there's so much that's gone on. Specifically what me and David cover right now, which is the NBA and soccer mostly, and like we'll touch base a little bit on baseball and a little bit on hockey. I don't really David really brings the insight on that more than I do, but yeah, man, that was all happening. Um, but I couldn't miss that, man. But before I get that, when I see Nico in the chat, shout out Nico. He said, I'll have the soundboard. David's soundboard too, so we'll have that when he gets here. But he said Eric thought we was gonna get clapped. I'm getting my shout out next video. Okay, so what he's referring to, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we'll just start off with this right now. Barcelona versus Inter Milan. If you guys know me well enough, I'm a Barcelona fan. I'm a diehard Barca fan. Uh, and today was unexpected. I will tell you that much. And there's so much to take away from this game. So much to take away from this game. And yes, for all my NBA heads that are tuning in, that slowly funneling, we gonna get to it. We gonna get to the Magic being eliminated. We gonna get to the Bucks being eliminated. Trust me. We gonna get to how did hold on. Let me check something really quick because I have the Rockets and Warriors game on right now, but I haven't been locked in. I'm not gonna lie. Once I got home from work, I ate something. I crashed. Yeah, no. This is the first game. We gonna talk about how the Timberwolves are gonna close out the series today. No, let me stop. All my Lakers fans, all my Luka fans out there, my fault. But we gonna get into all of it. We're gonna get into all of it. As of right now, the Rockets are killing the Warriors, even though the Warriors have a 3-1 lead. It's 76-49. They're really taking care of business today, which is really good to see from them as a 2 seed. I believe the Nuggets are tied 2-2 right now. The Knicks lose in crazy fashion. That I believe is the best series right now, but I want to wait till David gets on here to talk about that because that's his team, obviously. But I'm gonna talk about my team right now. For anyone who doesn't know, Barcelona, first leg of the semifinals, go against Inter Milan, and they at home, and they tie 3-3. Now, the reason this is not necessarily, it's not bad, but it's not good, right? And the reason I say that is because now they have to travel to San Siro. Now Barcelona, San Siro is the home field of Inter Milan. Now they have to go back over there, right? And they have to find a way to beat Inter Milan in the San Siro in order to advance. Meanwhile, it's the same thing for Inter Milan. The only difference is it's an advantage for Inter Milan to have. So just to explain it to all my people that don't watch soccer as much out there. Inter Milan come out, Marcus Thuram, they score in the first minute, like in seconds, Marcus Thuram, cross from Denzel Dumfries, Inago Matias falls on his face, goal, whatever. Then they get a corner. We concede off the corner, header from a Serbi, and Denzel Dumfries again hits a scissor kick, and they're up 2-0. Now, a lot of people are was thinking at that time, oh my gosh, Barca finally have met their match, probably. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, nervous. I know what was going on, but I didn't think we was out. I never thought we was out of the game. And the reason I never thought we was at the game is because the way this team can score goals this season, you can never count them out the game. And that brings me to one man that I want to speak on today. Lamine Yamal. Yo, bro. And listen, call it what you want. Call it glaze, call it favoritism, call it what you want. I don't care. This brother is so different. Like when I tell you he will not just lay down and
your team sucks.
You just absolutely scared the mess out of me. You just absolutely scared. What's up, David? Oh my gosh. I was just telling them I was going I was going into Barca versus Inter. I did also tell them I didn't get to tell you if I'm a little bit low energy, if I'm a little bit sound like my allergies are really bad, like really bad today. My eyes are.
Sorry, we're gonna change that.
I don't know how we're gonna change
We're
that.
gonna change that. Ready?
My
Barcelona
nose,
suck, dude. They're so bad. Oh my
dude.
gosh.
You
So
think
much
I'm
trouble.
joking? Like I literally don't care. Like I literally don't care, bro. Because
God.
I don't have it. Like I'm fighting through it. But I don't have the energy today, man. But I will say, like I was saying, because we're just gonna go straight. We're gonna keep going. Lamine Yamal is so different. I think Inter Miami just got eliminated from the CONCACAF Champions League.
Who cares, brother?
Oh no, never mind. It's halftime. It's
Who
halftime.
cares?
And Messi's playing. Messi's playing.
Oh
Suarez,
god.
let's go, bro.
Yeah,
But
$500 tickets.
it's mind blowing what the type of goal that Lamine scored today is just like to be doing what he's doing at 17 years of age. For that to be your 100th appearance for Barcelona at 17 age, like it just doesn't make sense. It's I've never seen anything like this. None of us have ever seen anything like this. Like the people that we look up to, and granted, still a long way to go. Still a long way to go, right? The stats definitely are saying he's on the right trajectory. But the people that we viewed as the kings of this sport, the the people that cannot be touched, once they finally fell off, we thought we was never going to see anything like this for years to come. This brother has come in and not only matched them, but at the age that he's at, is the best youngster that we have ever seen. It just doesn't make any sense on how he's able to do this in such a short period of time and at the age that he's doing it. Bro, he's putting Barcelona on his back at 17 years old. 17 years old, bro. I cannot describe to you. There's nothing to describe Lamine Yamal right now because he's still so young. If this brother was to start, if he was to have a bad season next year, right? I don't even know what I would think. I wouldn't know if I was to think, oh, he's now not that good of a player, or oh, he's just super young. Because the bar is so high for him. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But Lamine scores, fantastic goal to bring Barca within reach, and then we come back down. Pedri plays a beautiful ball into Rafinha. Rafinha plays it across the box. Ferran scores. We're back tied 2-2. That all happened within under 20 minutes, which was absurd, which was, again, crazy, right? Then going to the second half, we concede again off of a corner. Denzel Dumfries, so frustrating. And then after that, Rafinha has a worldy, a crazy, crazy, crazy shot. Another reason why he should be winning Ballon d'Or this year. It's absolutely
And the crazy thing is, it even counted as his goal.
Well, I mean, it wasn't his goal. It wasn't his goal, but because realistically, if it doesn't hit off Jan Sommer's back, it's not going in. But it was still a crazy shot, still an absolute crazy shot. But just more and more reason to give him credit, I guess you could say. But overall, ends 3-3, and it's dangerous, and I'm nervous, and there's a lot of things that we gotta fix. But I still believe that Barca will walk into the San Siro and still be Inter Milan. As long as we fix our defensive issues, I don't think there's a team in this world that can guard us. I don't think there's one team that can match us tit for tat in this world. I don't care if it's PSG. I don't care if it's Arsenal. I don't care if it's Inter Milan right now. I still believe offensively, as long as we can answer defensively in some capacity, I don't think there's a team that can stop us from scoring at least one goal, two goals in one game. It's just the levels that we're playing at is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But that's all I have to say on Barcelona from the day.
Real quick.
Welcome, David.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I'm back. I got off of work and I just finished eating, so that's why I'm a little late. I apologize for my tardiness. But regardless, I don't know why I gave myself a round of applause. It's kind of douchey. But regardless, guys, I just want to say one thing about Champions League. Yesterday, I remember I went on the podcast on Monday and said Arsenal's going to Arsenal, and guess what, guys? They lost 1-0 at home. I'm just so happy about that. Listen, I know it's only 1-0 and anything can happen, but they got to go to Parc des Princes and win that. And I don't know if Arsenal got that juice to go into it. But regardless, That's not about them today. It's about Barcelona. Barcelona. I watched the first half of this game, and then I had work. Barcelona. Lamine Yamal is one of the best players in the world. 100%. I honestly think he should win Ballon d'Or.
Wait. We gotta relax. We
If-
have
if-
to relax.
If they win Champions League, that's the only difference. But overall,
But then what about Rafinha? Like
Rafinha, he pisses me off, dude. He's just a freaking. He's a ball hog. He's just
he's
he's
so
such a. He's just a whiny. He got attitude problems, bro. He's a ball hog.
Dude,
Just pisses me off.
You saw him steal that one goal from Kubarsi, and
Oh.
you never looked back. And you
It was
never
freaking then I'm like, this guy is freaking ridiculous. But even in this game, in the first half, I just watched first half. Rafinha was freaking butt cheeks in a sense.
nowhere to be found.
Lamine Yamal was pretty much carrying his side every single chance. That goal that Lamine Yamal scored was a fantastic goal. And honestly, I think it's kind of douchey by freaking Inter Milan. You're what do they teach you in soccer when you're a defender? Step up. Attack the defender. They freaking were dropping back like, okay, Lamine, look, drop back. They were dropping back in their own box. You got to step up. Like, they were letting him go around. You got to step up and create a wall. Beautiful shot by Lamine, though. It's freaking fantastic. But regardless, you can't let him have that much space, and especially inside the box where he's most effective.
I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I don't know if you stopped. I don't know. It all.
Well, if you watch
happened.
the video,
It all happens so fast. Like,
if you watch the video,
okay, never mind.
You watch the video. You had what's this freaking the guy who has the freaking long last name? Inter. No. Metritrian, whatever the freaking name.
Akaglu or Mkhitaryan.
Mkhitaryan gets past Mkhitaryan, and all of a sudden Mkhitaryan like backs up, and all of a sudden the defense, two center backs are like, all right, let's back up too, giving him spot and giving him space inside the box. Regardless, it was a great goal. But overall, talking about the whole game, when Inter went up 2-0, I had a feeling that I knew that they weren't going to sustain the lead because you can tell that Barca was attacking. They were attacking hard. They were showing that they're a better team. But Inter took advantage of the opportunities when it mattered most. And I feel like that's what, by the score line is where it is today. It was a beautiful goal by Dumfries. That second goal, a freaking scissor kick. I was like, damn.
He kicked that at Rafinha's head, bro.
Yeah, he's like,
and
concussion.
Man.
He's like, concussion alert. But the one thing I would say that I'm concerned about for Barcelona is the fact that this is a win. Even though they tied, this is a win for Inter. 100%.
Oh, 100%.
It's 100% a win for Inter because you went to Barcelona's home and you tied with them. When most of the time when people go to Barcelona's home, they're not leaving with just a tie. They were leaving with 2 goals, a goal difference. Like, this is what we're talking about. So you got to give them some of the flowers for Inter. And the one thing I was really concerned, I'm like, Inter, they're not that good, dude. I think Barcelona's going to come back. And when Barcelona tied at 2-2, I'm like, yeah, Inter doesn't have it. Then all of a sudden, Inter scored the third goal. And I'm like, all right, maybe they're putting up a fight. I got to give them their props. It's going to be a very interesting leg going into the second one. And it's going to be very fun to watch. But I am a little concerned for Barca. Not as much, though. I think they can still pull it out because it doesn't matter where they play. They are the better team, in my opinion. But for Inter to come out with just a tie, I think is definitely a plus for them because now they get to go back home where they've been really good all season.
You know, I want to touch kind of like a lot of things that you said there. One is I want to start with the Lamine Yamal goal. Beautiful goal, right? I had a friend tell me today, and I had to look back at it, right? Because he didn't say exactly it was him, right? But he's not wrong. My boy, he texted me. He goes, shout out to Dan. You know Dan. But, like, shout out to Dan. He literally goes, I'm not going to lie to you, man. He says, I'm not a Barca fan, but I am on this Lamine Yamal train, bro. Because, like, what he just did, he's like, it wasn't messy, but it was messy coded. And, it was the way he scored was – it was a mixture of the two. Like, the way he plays footy is it's like he's like built like Ney, but he can also kind of dribble like Messi. I'm not gonna say he dribbles like Messi because Messi, still to me, I ain't never seen anything like that. Still, like Messi made something out of nothing. Lamine today made something out of nothing. Where the place where he picks up the ball in the middle of the park, for him to just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go score a goal. Skips past DeMarco like it was not like it was nothing, and comes in. There's 4 or 5 defenders on him. The fact that he has the ability just to pick his head up, and just the composure just to literally just pass it to net. It wasn't even a crazy shot. Just off the post in. Like it was nothing. And it happened in seconds. It was absurd what that goal to do that when your team is down 2-0, when realistically you are the only one that's creating for the team. I mean, they're giving him the ball on numerous occasions. It's coming to his side. And this is also I wanted to get on, right? You said Lamine Yamal Ballon d'Or. I'm not going to say that right now, right? Even though that would break the soccer world. And that's a record that I don't think we'd ever see broken for years to come. Years to come. It would maybe if records are made to be broken, right? But maybe someone ties it, but I don't know if it ever broken for a very long time. But this is what I've been trying to get at. I don't know if you remember me saying this, but this is what I've been trying to get at with Rafinha has all the stats to back him up. But it's hard as a Barca fan to just clearly say that Rafinha is the clear-cut Ballon d'Or winner. Not because Mo Salah exists, not because Dembele exists, not because any of those men exist. There are 2 players on our team that you could argue are more important than Rafinha in this moment and have been more pivotal than Rafinha in those moments, right? I don't want to take anything from Rafinha. Rafinha has gotten us out of binds before, and he does what he's supposed to do. He's finishing in games where he's not playing well. He's still getting goals. He's still creating chances. It is what it is. Today, didn't have a great game, still got an assist, and still created a goal, right? Even if it wasn't an own goal. In his worst moments, he's still creating. But, brother, you watch Barcelona play, no disrespect. Bro, we rely on Pedri and Lamine to create everything. We rely on them to create everything. Rafinha might finish it off, but we rely on these 2 guys. You're not giving the ball to Rafinha on that side and asking him to go through 3, 4, 5 players. I'm
You
not
tried
saying
in the first half.
But the thing is, great on his side, yes, he has to deal with Denzel Dumfries. I mean, he has to do that at the same time. The Marco's not that bad. It's
to be the best, you got to beat the best. I don't want to hear that thing. If you want to be considered number 1 Ballon d'Or in my eyes, you have to beat the best defenders.
The thing is, though, Rafinha, brother, Rafinha still is stats wise, like he's still so impactful to Barcelona. It's just if that's what I mean when I said when I go Ballon d'Or, right? This is why the eye test is so important because especially in soccer, honestly, it's more important in soccer than it is in any other sport because soccer stats will never speak to what players do in the field all the time, right? If you watch Barca play. If someone never watched Barca play and saw the headlines and saw this and that, you would think Rafinha is the best baller in the world. And he's not. He's just really good this year. As far as ability, Lamine Yamal, man, I'm not going to say he's the best player in the world because I just can't. I can't right now. Because I believe, honestly, like when Mo Salah is on his day, I still believe he's slightly better than Lamine. I still believe also Phil on his day is still better than Lamine slightly. But not this year though. Lamine is better than Bukayo this year because he got hurt. But after that, bro, I can't think of another winger that's better than him. Maybe Dembouz, but Dembouz is playing up the middle right now at striker. But like, there's not many, bro. And this kid I can't stress this enough. This kid is 17. This kid is 17, bro.
I will tell you what, though. He's a fantastic player. And like I say, when you have Messi and Ronaldo signing off that you're going to be the next big star, I don't think it takes that lightly. And it shows. Overall, that those guys who have talent can see the next talent coming up. Overall, I do want to say something to Lamine. I'm never going to watch. I'm never going to cheer for you. I'm never going to cheer for you.
So you know why? Are you coming out as a hater? Like what?
I'm not a hater. You know why?
Why?
Because the dude's freaking 17 years old. I'm 22 years old, and I gotta look at the freaking 17-year-old on the field, and I gotta be like, nah, this is not fair, dude. This is ridiculous. Oh, this is messed up.
David, this
So
is
messed up.
great. This is grade A hate. This is
Yeah,
grade A
it's so
hate.
funny because I was no, listen, I'm not listen, I'm just joking. Obviously, I don't hate the dude. I think he's a fantastic baller. No, but it just pisses me off sometimes. I'm like, the dude's 17 years old, and I'm on the couch watching him play. I'm like, I gotta go do something. Freaking ridiculous. I don't know, dude.
Hey,
It pisses
man.
me off. I also got another thing to say to Lamine. Stop flopping, dude. Stop flopping. He flopped like twice in the penalty box today. Dude, you gotta stop. You did it again. You did it in the Real Madrid game too. You gotta stay up on your feet.
I don't think he's flopping. I think he gets contact uneasy. Cause both times, the first time he went down in the box when Bastoni tackled him, Bastoni did hit him in the face. It just probably didn't hurt him. He just milked
you don't go
it
down for that.
Yes, you do. In the box, yes, you do.
It's a fingertip. I mean,
if someone pokes me in my eye with their fingertip and I can't see, I'm going down.
It wasn't his eye. It was like his cheek.
Brother,
he flopped. He did the same thing against the Real Madrid thing when I think it was Serradios.
You have to understand, like, most soccer players in this day and age, literally most soccer players, if they feel contact, that is probably not going to be called. The smart thing to do go down because it is a foul, but it's not going to be called because it can't be seen.
Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make me think that it's right. It doesn't make it seem like it's friggin' you're a PUSSY.
I also will say, like, he's also, bro, that's it. Yo, I love it because, like, this guy is Neymar and Messi coded. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Bro has the flopping of Ney. He kind of moves like Ney in some sense, but he could also, like, is makings like Messi in some sense. At times.
I saw someone say, like, what is he's like Messi? He's like Messi and Neymar. He gets the flops from Neymar and he gets the calls like Messi. I just someone said,
this guy, bro, this guy, man. I will say, the one thing I will say that I hope that someone can get into his ear, as much as, like, yeah, have fun, kid, have fun, but yo, someone has to, like, I just hope he doesn't let it get to his head. I just hope that never happens because I do. You got to understand, we've talked about this last time. Since he's hit the scene, he hasn't lost. And he said in the press conference, he goes, we're better than Madrid. And until someone beats me, I'm going to keep saying I'm better than everybody. And he backs it up, though, which is also crazier, right? But I just want to make sure because, like, he's still, like, oh, don't show up late to training. Don't start taking advantage because you think you're the hot shot. Like, make sure he stays humble. Like, the stuff that he does is his, like, getting Ansu Fati onto the field, making sure, like, stuff like that. Yo, you're 17, like, keep that mentality as well. I hope that just stays around him. He doesn't get too cocky, because it's never gonna help. That's never gonna help realistically in the long run, I should say. But this brother, he literally, I can't fathom it, man. I can't fathom. Imagine literally being 17 years old, have 100 caps for Barcelona, mind you.
I can't imagine.
They looked up. I saw a stat with appearances at 17 years old for Messi and Ronaldo. Both of them at 17 years old only had 9 appearances. Like, mind you, Ronaldo was playing for something. Messi couldn't get into the Barca team. The only difference that you could say is that Barca was still good back then. At the time that Lamine came in, Barca was a mess. So there's a difference. But still, like, this kid is playing against the best of the best. And he's at the scene, and he is the best of the best. It just doesn't make sense. But that's enough Lamine Glaze. I'm done.
Yeah. Speaking of teams that no, I don't even know what's gonna do transition with that. I'm gonna be honest with
you. He's gonna troll them. He's gonna troll them bad.
Overall, it's gonna be excited. I will say that 3-3 Inter is definitely more of the hype than Barcelona. 3-3 Inter coming out is more of a win than Barcelona coming back and tying the game.
Yes.
I think that's very true. Overall, we'll see how it goes. I still think Barca still has a good shot, but it's a 0-0 game going to Inter, so it's definitely not one you want to be, especially in a crucial game like a semifinal where anything can happen. Overall, I do. It goes to show. It's a show because we were on here Monday saying Inter lost their last 3 out of their 5 games. They're not in good form, and then all of a sudden, boom! They put on a performance like this. It's like I don't really know what to believe anymore, dude. I don't really know.
I,
These forms don't really mean anything to me anymore.
I also thought that Marcus Thuram was not playing.
Yeah, he
That
came
when
back.
I saw him on the start lap, I was like, wait, no,
And
he
then 30
wasn't supposed to
seconds
be
in, he
here.
scores the fastest goal in Champions League history.
I'm like, he wasn't supposed to be here in the first place.
Eric, you know what's funny? I literally turned on the game like, oh, it's 3:02. I'm like, oh, I'm like a minute or two late. I'm like, okay, let me turn it on. Nothing. I'm thinking in my head like nothing. I didn't miss anything. I was I see 1-0 Inter. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell just happened? Jesus Christ! But
I watched that happen, and my heart sank into my freaking chest, like into my back, bro. It was. I was like, what's going on?
it was a good goal. I didn't even see the goal.
Dude, it comes from they hitting it left side of the field, or right, I should say. The reason I say left side is because I told the one thing I was afraid of was Jared Martin and it coming through his side. And in the beginning of the game, they catch him off. Dumfries comes down, crosses it in, and Inago Martinez literally just he slips and falls on his face, and that leaves Marcus Thuram open. He literally backheels it, like kind of like a Cruyff turn, but like for a finish. You know what I'm saying? He backheels it into the net like that. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a nice goal. I give it to him. It was a nice goal. It doesn't happen though if Inago Martinez doesn't fall on his face. That's the one thing I'll take away from that game. Sorry, that's the one thing I take away from that game. Every single one of Barca's goals were errors. It wasn't like Inter killed us. It was errors from Barcelona. The things in soccer, like if people score
even the corner kick,
brother, it's loose. You get beat in the air and then it's loose marking.
Yeah, but Eric, is that really errors on Barcelona, or is that just the fact that Inter just bested them? I think you gotta give some credit to Inter for winning these corners.
Right, so if that's the case, then we have to give credit for PSFC Arsenal. Then
who? You're cutting out.
We have to give credit to Arsenal and all that stuff too. We can't call them set piece FC or none of that because then that has to be given credit to. My thing is this: as a soccer player, one of the things that you just aren't supposed to do as a defender, right? You never let your mark go in the box. That cannot happen. That happened twice today. The first time when Acerbi had the ball and Dumfries found nowhere, the reason Dumfries should have been able to get that off in our box, in our 6. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. And then the second goal, Dani Olmo gets dunked on by Denzel Dumfries. That cannot happen. Those things are just not supposed to happen in there. It happens, don't get me wrong, but not supposed to happen. And those things are fixable. Inago Martinez falling on his face is a defensive mistake. It's not as if Inter came down, broke us down. The only time they did that, he was off. Did you see the offsides call? You didn't.
Yeah. I didn't think that was offsides.
Yo, someone showed the VAR. I couldn't even see. Yo,
dude, it's definitely it's the second time that happened with Barcelona this season. Remember?
Yo,
ridiculous.
Real talk, right? I couldn't even find where VAR shows it, and usually you can see his toe being offsides. I couldn't find where he was offsides.
So I don't understand how they deem it like that. That's just so unfair. Like you need
it had to be
line.
Either it's rigged, you know, or they defined it by centimeters, which is like come on, what are we doing? They scored off of it too. They did score off it. That was the one.
I saw that goal. And I was like, he's on. Like I literally saw it. I'm like, he's on. And all of a sudden I was at work and I'm like, oh, I gotta walk away.
But to me, Inter spent most of the game on the back foot. Not 80% of the game they spent on the back
because
foot.
They were okay with taking a tie and going home.
But I don't think it's about being okay. I just think they couldn't control the game. They just couldn't they had nothing going forward. Dude, Kubarsi was winning every 50-50 ball in the air. They couldn't get forward. And
not in the corners.
The only way, what happened?
I said not in the corners.
The only way Inter was getting forward was off the counter attack because we played such a high line.
Yeah, that's the way they're gonna win. That's the way they're gonna get it.
That's gonna be a scary part, but I think Hansi Flick is gonna have it organized. I think he's gonna have it organized, and he's gonna adjust. I don't think Inzaghi. I think Inzaghi is gonna. I think Inter are gonna be a little bit more open at home, and that's gonna hurt them even more. We might see another crazy goal fest, honestly.
Let's see what happens. I think hopefully everyone stays healthy because I saw Lamine was got hurt in the
Oh my,
freaking
Kunde got
warm-up.
hurt.
Kunde got hurt today, and so does Lautaro Martinez. So both sides got crucial guys that got injured. So see what happens. I do want to shift gears into basketball right now, where the Golden State Warriors are getting dogged by the Rockets 100-72. 74, sorry.
Yeah.
Uh
Wow, my TV's so behind. I mean, it's 170 on my screen.
damn.
This is
Maybe-
this is so bad.
It's
But
ridiculous. And you look at the stat sheet, the highest the guy with the most points is Steph Curry with 13. And then on Rockets, you have 5, all the starting lineups are in double figures. Wow, with Van Fleet having 23 points, the leading scorer. So, I mean, honestly, this is like a situation where I think at the point right now where it's like you just rest your guys and you come back and you go back to Golden State and you try to win it there. That's literally what the situation is, because it's like, listen, you lose it big and you're like, you know what, there's no point of us coming back and wasting all of our energy. Let's just go into our home ground for game 6 and try to win it there.
bro, the layup that I just watched Spencer make, this brother has to be one of the most. Oh my goodness, one of the most. He's one of the. It's gonna be crazy glaze. It's gonna be insane. But he is one of the most interesting athletes I've ever seen in sports. He went from, I forgot what other sport he was playing, but this brother just went. He went up for a layup, reversed it, got under, and laid it up off the back with his left hand. Like, what? Who are you? Yo? He looks like an LA Fitness hooper, but he's nice. I don't know, man. I had to say that really quick, but I'm glad the Rockets are gonna win this game, because the fact of them being as 2 seed and going out in 5, that didn't sit right with me. Even if the Warriors have more experience and better than them, nah, you guys are too good for that. So I'm glad they're proving it tonight.
Let's just hope they can keep it up in Golden State because they want to bring that back home. But overall, not only that, we also have a game tonight with the Timberwolves and the Lakers. They are in Minnesota. I'm sorry, they're in LA. Sorry, they're in LA.
This is Luka's farewell.
Farewell to what? He's retiring?
To Cancun.
Farewell. So he's saying goodbye to Cancun, or is he going to go there?
No, it's farewell from LA. He's going to Cancun.
Probably. I mean, listen, I've stated this. I think Timberwolves are one of the most studded teams that that you would not want to verse as a first round. And the fact that the Lakers did were very unfortunate. I think they have a complete team. Julius Randle's going off. He's finally going off in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards doing his thing as always. But it's just going down to the Lakers. It's just like you have nobody. You have nobody. You have no bench. You have no guy who coming off the bench and be like, hey, let me take the hot seat while someone else sits down. Not even Austin Reeves is doing that. And we expect so much from Austin Reeves going into the regular season. Like, he's got to step up big time. He got to knock down his shots. I think if Austin Reeves plays like he was in the regular season, it's a different series. Definitely 2-2. But overall, I think it's a different, interesting one. I do think LA does come out with this one. But overall, series, I think it's going to be really hard. And I hear everyone on Instagram, like on Twitter, oh, LeBron's came back from a 3-1 deficit before. I'm like, the dude's 40 years old. Friggin' calm down. The thing is, 2016 LeBron when he's like 32 years old.
That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like, it's just not going to happen. I really have no confidence. Even though Luka is playing phenomenal this series, I just don't think it's going to be enough because he's been playing great and they've still been losing games. So you need someone else to step up. You need LeBron and Austin Reeves to both step up and bench to wake up. But I say they win tonight, but they lose the series.
What's even crazier is they might, like, this might be LeBron's last game. I don't think it is, but it could be. It could be. So I feel like everyone should be tuned in for sure. I feel like the ratings on this one should be really high because it could be LeBron's last game. We don't know, man.
Now when it's bedtime.
Huh?
Now when it's bedtime.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm probably gonna try. I'm gonna fake try to watch the game, and then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I can't do this. My face is literally dying. But I will say, I love the fact the way people are highlighting Anthony Edwards. I love it because I keep seeing the same storyline. It's like this guy walked down Kevin Durant, and they're saying Anthony Edwards is like the legend killer right now. He's like Randy Orton in a sense, right? He's like he took out Kevin Durant last year. We haven't seen Kevin Durant since. He's about to take. He could possibly take out LeBron James, and you could see in the series he's not afraid of him. And then next round, if everything goes as planned, could end up seeing Steph Curry. And as the opportunity, I'm not gonna say it's happening, has the opportunity to also take out Steph Curry. Now, granted, yes, I know basketball team's a team sport. I understand. Like it's not just Anthony Edwards and it's not just Steph Curry, but it's the idea of there's a new sheriff in town, or like I can handle the league. Don't worry about it. I can handle all this stuff. So it's just awesome to see, honestly. Like someone stepping up to the plate in that sense. Not saying that like Jokic wasn't, Giannis wasn't, or like Shea wasn't. I'm not saying none of that. But watching the energy that he gives off on the court he is pure entertainment. He is pure entertainment. I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, no, he really is a great athlete. And it's going to be exciting to watch because he's definitely a new generation, but it depends on what the media wants to promote it as that, which they most likely don't. But I want to transition into yesterday's games where I was a little upset
Oh,
because unfortunately my New York Knicks did not win against the Detroit Pistons. It kind of sucks, but I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not really shocked. I know we should have got this done at home, but like you always say, the New York Knicks never get it done when you expect them to do it. It's usually when you don't. And I think everyone's going to not expect them to win in Detroit, and they're going to end up winning in Detroit. And if you look at their record in the playoffs, they have a better record away than they do at home, which call it what you want. I don't know what it is. I think when other teams go to the Garden, they play better because it's the Garden. I think that's what it comes down to. True. But I think the Knicks I hope the Knicks pull it off in Game 6. They have to, because after that it's an even series, and that's anyone's matchup at that point. Right now the Knicks have momentum. But if you look at that game again in Madison Square Garden, again, one of the reasons why we lost is the fact that Jalen Brunson went out again with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Like he stepped on you see the video. He stepped on a faulty wood board.
Someone's getting fired.
For sure. You got to get fired after that.
That's crazy. Like,
he tweaked his ankle on a freaking divot in one of the wooden boards, the panels that they put down, which is ridiculous. And he left the game with 2 minutes left in the fourth when he is Mr. Clutch, going to carry their team to victory. I think the stats are really simple. I think this one's very easy to break down. The New York Knicks lost because Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson did not show up for this game. Jalen Brunson only had 16 points. The leading scorer of the New York Knicks was OG Anunoby. Whenever you see OG Anunoby as his leading scorer and his points are only 19, you know they lost. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. When the leading scorer of your team is OG Anunoby with only 19 points, GG's. And not only that, Karl Anthony Towns 17 points and Jalen Brunson with 16, shooting 4 for 16 from the field. Absolutely terrible game for him. Terrible game from pretty much all the stars. Josh Hart had a great game though, 15.7 rebounds, 6 assists. Got to give him his props. But at the end of the day, the New York Knicks lost this game because Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns didn't take over like they did in the games that they've won. In all the games that they've lost, game 2, they lost. Cat only had 10 points. Game five, this one, yesterday, they lost. Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns have 16 and 17. It's just not going to cut it, and you can't win games like that. I think it's more surprising for Detroit's standpoint that you held Jalen Brunson and Cat to 16 and 17 points, and you only won by 3. That's the craziest thing. That's the really craziest thing. But like I said, this series is always going to be close. I think this is more of an issue of the Knicks losing and not shooting well compared to the Detroit Pistons really beating them. And if you look at the quarter points by quarter, Knicks had 23 points first quarter, Pistons 22. Second quarter, 27-27. Third quarter, Pistons 28, Knicks 24. Fourth quarter, 29-29. They're so close. Every single game, or at least majority of the games that the Knicks lost this season, were just because of like 1 possession games, 2 possession games, which is just ridiculous. Then you look at everyone else in the Eastern Conference. You got the Cavs winning by 60. You got the Celtics closing out yesterday with 20 points. It's like, why can't we win like that? Like, it's freaking ridiculous, dude. But overall, I'm not really concerned about the Knicks. I mean, obviously, if they lose, I think what they play tomorrow? Yeah, if they lose tomorrow, then yeah, GG's. I don't know if we really got that in the bag, but we'll see what happens.
You can't just say GG's. That's a 3-1 lead, bro. Like you
No, I know
really
it
think
sucks.
there's no way, bro. I just think, man, there's so much that you hit on that I kind of wanted to jump in on, but like, please, let me see if I could grab it all in one though. To be honest, I think I agree with Dave. I don't think I expected the Knicks to lose that game. And if y'all see me like playing with my eyes, I apologize. I'm like trying not to itch them. So like just bear with me. If I look like this for 2 seconds, just understand that I'm just trying not to itch my eyes. But I don't think anyone expected the Knicks to lose that game. One thing that I did see Stephen A. Smith say, he was like, and I agreed with it in some sense. He had mentioned Mikal Bridges, and he goes, "Listen, I understand you're a third option and everything, but yo, we gave up five draft picks for you guys."
Bro, that's what
No,
I said in game 4.
yeah, yo, no one
Ridiculous.
told you to do that. Now, no one told you to do that, but we did. It's like you need to give us more, buddy. And I agree. I mean, that's a game where you do have to step up. That's a game where you really do have to step up and really become the leader in that aspect, which we didn't really see. And I had people texting me, telling me, take Bridges back, after that game. It was so vexed. But so someone
What?
said Mikel's a terrorist. Like, yo, like there's New York fans are the craziest, bro. Like
Yeah, they really are.
when they taste the win and someone ruins it for them, they go in on them, bro. New York is ruthless. But nonetheless, it's so weird because like David said, I want to highlight every game that Detroit has won so far in this series. Oh, Reed Shepard's in the game. Look at that. Sorry, I just want to highlight that really quick. Yeah, he's in the game for the Rockets. Playoff basketball. What, number 3 pick, right?
Number 2, number 3, yeah.
Something like that. Doesn't even touch the court. Insanity. But yeah, all jokes aside, the 2 games or the games that the Pistons have won, the 2 games that the Pistons have won have been in MSG. They haven't won 1 game in Detroit. And they're going back to Detroit. It's to the point where I don't even know if home advantage exists for these people anymore. Series is that good. These teams are both just that evenly matched. I think going to Detroit, I wouldn't feel comfortable. Y'all haven't beat them yet. Y'all have not beat them at home yet. So where's the advantage in that? So New York could definitely. I don't know who's gonna win this next game. It's gonna be very close. I really thought Detroit was done, but they showed that they wasn't finished just yet. So we'll have to see what happens in that aspect. As far as everything else goes, I just hope Brunson's okay. Like as far as like I don't like seeing all this happen. Why is Spencer scoring? I maybe I do have ADHD, David. This might be bad.
You do. It's all right.
Like because I'm also watching the game at the same time, and Spencer just dropped another bucket. But anyways, I just don't. I don't want to see Jalen get injured because that's just it's not fair, bro. I want to see this guy at his best. I want to see what he can do, right? And whether that means Knicks win a championship or lose or don't get there or something like that, I don't care. I just want to see what Jalen Brunson can do in the playoffs because right now what he's doing is comparable to MJ numbers. So I want to see. I'm here for basketball. My team is not in it. I'm here for basketball and basketball only, man. So yeah, but I don't really have much to say on that game. No real takes for real. We saw what happened. Cat, Jalen Brunson didn't really do much. Mikal didn't really do much. OG hit a crazy 3 at the end of the game. I thought they was going to come back. That was crazy.
It's giving me Indiana Pacers vibes when they just barely won in the OT game.
Exactly, man. I mean, we could segue into that unless you want to go into the comments.
I just want to say one more thing about the Knicks. Like I said the same thing in game 4 when the Knicks barely won and Jalen Brunson went out in that game because he had injury and he came back and won it for them and scored 15 points in the 4th quarter. When Jalen Brunson was off the court, crickets. It's like no one knows how to shoot a ball. No one knows how to create space. No one knows how to call plays. It's like it's ridiculous. And the amount of impact that this guy has on his team is insane. I do want to say, like you said, and like I said on game 4, you give the guy you traded for 4 first round picks for him. You got to produce, buddy. OG Anunoby's got a max contract. You got to produce, buddy. Like we want you for both ends. Mikal Bridges, you can shoot shots. You can create a shot. Do it. It's like this team, this New York Knicks team has so much potential. If Mikal Bridges plays like he did in Brooklyn, where he was the number 1 option, and Jalen Brunson plays to his top form, Cat plays to his top form, OG plays a two-way player, this team is. I really think they can compete with the best. But we're in a
100%.
situation where the New York Knicks is just Jalen Brunson and Cat sometimes. That's what it is. And it's so frustrating because this team has so much talent and to only win games by 1 or 2 points when you should be winning them by 10 plus. It's very frustrating. But yeah, those two guys specifically, OG and Mikal, got to freaking step up to the plate. Like, you're averaging 20 points on the season.
Also, what happened to Miles McBride, bro? That brother, where did he go?
On the bench.
He's falling off. He's always on the bench, but he's also he used to be a good option off the bench.
He had a good game
He's been, yeah, but still though, like, it's not the Deuce that we know. Let's be real.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
But yeah, man.
But speaking of transitions, talking about the Pacers right now, the Indianapolis Pacers defeated the Milwaukee Bucks in overtime, 119-118, making the Indiana Pacers advancing to the next round where they would most likely verse the Cavaliers. And they're definitely versing the Cavaliers.
Actually, definitely versus the Cavaliers.
Well, unless Pistons come back and then Pistons would verse Cavaliers, but because a lower seed. But hopefully it doesn't happen.
No, you're right. It's not football.
Oh yeah, right. It's not football. Football does that.
Yeah.
They should do that. But so the Pacers are versing the Cleveland Cavaliers, where I'm pretty much we can write that one off for that series too. It was a good first round win. I think for Milwaukee, I said it when Dame got injured. I'm going to say it again. Milwaukee screwed the franchise. They're screwing Damian Lillard because he's never going to play until he's 37, 36 years old. And they're screwing Giannis. They're screwing the whole organization. They have no first round picks for next couple of years. They have no young player they can develop around. Probably Kevin Porter Jr. is their youngest player they can develop around. Overall, I think they're in a situation where you trade Giannis. You trade Giannis. He's leaving. He's going somewhere in the offseason. I don't know where, but he's going somewhere. And honestly, I've been hearing a lot of teams, and I think there's a couple teams that really fit the bell of it being fitting wise. Giannis on the Lakers, people are saying that stuff. If that's happening, that's a 2K game just waiting to happen. You have Giannis on the Knicks. I've been hearing that one with Cat being the center position. Giannis plays power forward. That would be a scary team, but then again, you got to look at margin. And then all of a sudden, you can have Giannis go to these teams that are decent. Giannis to the Pistons. I don't think he would go there, but it just definitely raised speculation, especially how successful the Pistons are. I know one team he's definitely not going to is the Pacers. after Giannis had an altercation with Tyrese Halliburton's father. I mean, listen, I have one thing to say about that. Dude, bro, like, big bro, father, get the hell out of here, dude. Tyrese Halliburton's father, what are you doing? Like, you didn't play the game. Leave the players on the court and do not step on it. You're a fan. I know he's your son. Tyrese Halliburton's your son. But you are a fan. It's not like there was a fight. Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, no one was fighting. You went up to Giannis and you started taunting him. It's just ridiculous.
Giannis was like he was about to hurt him bad, bro. Yeah, when he first came on the court and Giannis was just staring at him, Giannis crashed out, bro. Giannis really did crash out. He just didn't show it, but his brain, you could tell, like, he was so pissed off, rightfully so.
Did you see what he said at the end in the press conference?
Yeah, and
it made it confusing because it seemed like I understand him now, or like because they said at the end, Giannis said love you too, whatever it was. I don't know if that's sarcasm or if that was legit.
I think he was being real. I think he was being honest. I just think he was trying to be as calm as he could be after the altercation that took place. Because think about it. You go to congratulate, from what it looked like, you go to congratulate someone and him and Benedict Mathurin get into it, right? I don't know what words were said in that, but it looks as if he goes to congratulate him or talk to him, and that happens. Then you have somebody's father come onto the court and wave a flag in your face. Oh, nah. Because listen, I want these players. I realistically could hurt anyone on this court, but your old behind is on this court waving the flag in my face, and you didn't even touch the court at one point. Like, stop. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? You got
to the players. You don't step on the court.
You gotta do way better than that as a person that's a spectator. No disrespect. Like, that's just how it is. So I think he actually handled it very well. Like, I props because he's a better man than me in that aspect. I don't think I would have crashed out, but like being able to turn around and look at the cameras and everyone and say, I'm happy for them, and I hope they do well, and I want to see good basketball. I want to see people grow in that sense. Even though he threw the I won a championship in there as well, and they're saying it's in a positive way, but still, like to be able to be that composed after all that is respect.
I mean, he's been in the moments before. He knows how to handle himself.
Why?
But
Why are the Warriors coming back?
are they?
It's 92-109 on my screen. What is it on the ESPN?
109 to 92.
What is going on? They were just down 30.
7 minutes left. Damn.
What the heck?
That's
all right, but go ahead.
I just want to say something real quick. Crap. What was I gonna say? Giannis. Talking about the Bucks offseason, they're in a situation where they're probably in one of the worst situations out of all the playoff teams that are listed. That out of all the playoff teams that are in here, they're probably in the worst situation because you're in a situation where you have no superstar for next season because he's injured. Because he torn his Achilles. You have another superstar that might not even be there because the team's not growing. It's not going anywhere. And you might want to trade him so you can get more value so you can get a young team growing.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish. Say it.
It's not even a matter of you might want to. You kind of have to. Because you're not going to re-sign him. He's not going to stay. You would hope he stays, but he's most likely not going to stay unless you sit down and have a conversation with him. But even then, because I believe Giannis is a loyal player, but bro, you've done everything you needed to do in Milwaukee, and he's hitting 30 now. He's getting older. You gotta go find your ring. You know what I'm saying? And there's other options where they could raid franchises. They could go raid franchises, man. If I'm them, I mean, if I'm Brooklyn, I'm not trading 5 picks for Giannis. Please don't do it. Please don't do it, Brooklyn. Please
you get yourself in the same cycle that you always do when you trade for people.
Like, unless it's a deal, like I'll give up Cam Thomas. I'll give up Cam Thomas and be 3 first rounders. But and maybe a couple other players, but you gotta keep Cam Johnson. You gotta keep me Nick Claxton. And you gotta keep I guess D'Lo in that sense because we need a guard too, unless we go sign somebody. But overall, just don't do the same thing you did with KD, because then at that point you're just undoing everything.
Not KD, James Harden.
True, James Harden was also
the worst one. KD we got in free agency. James Harden we traded for.
Yeah, sorry, not KD. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, James Harden. That's what I meant. Don't do that, man. Just don't deteriorate your team just because you want to go get this one player. One player can't win your championship.
And statistically, when you trade for a superstar and you give up a big amount of stuff, you tend to not win anything. I mean, it's a positive thing. It's correlation.
I saw a post today saying someone said the Miami Heat have a chance to do something that we thought we would never see. And it was photoshopped photos of Giannis, Ja, and Kevin Durant all in Miami Heat jerseys. I was like, yo, how in the world are you getting all those dudes in one team, bro? How is that possible? Well, what cap space?
I have no idea. I think it's just 2K generated where you can create a whole no cap space needed. But
man,
overall, Bucks are in trouble, and I think there's gonna be big moves coming out of there. And I think even Bucks fans aren't even upset about it. I think if Giannis leaves, I don't think Bucks fans are even upset about it because there's no direction in your team.
Yeah.
Like if you guys made it to the Eastern Conference Final and then you left, if you pulled a Kevin Durant and your team was still good and you had good teams and good players around in OKC and you're like, hey, we can still build this and go back again. But if you leave, that's a different story. And you look as a snake and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you're in a situation where there's nothing looking good for you for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm talking about another team that advanced. Boston Celtics won 120-89. No shocker there. They won in 5. What did I say in 5 too? You don't have the thing in front of you, right? The brackets.
I don't. I can go get it if you want me to.
No, that's right. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't have it in front of me though. I don't know if we said in. I think I said in 5. I think I recall if I said in 5 because I had given the respect of Paolo Banchero being Paolo Banchero. Spence just got an and 1. No, I need to see how many points this guy has. I really do. I'm sorry, but yes, I think I said in 5.
I was trying to remember, but anyway, they're only down by 14 points. That's
Yo,
crazy.
where is this guy? What's his? He has David. He's 5 for 6 with 11 points. Half of them are middies. Pat Spencer, bro. Pat Spencer is the best mid-range shooter in the league. Simple.
You know what
Simple
this is
as that.
showing him? This is what you know it's showing him that he's going to be playing Game 6.
Do you understand that this guy also this guy was playing? I forgot what sport he was playing before this. It was like golf or something. It
No,
was
I think
something.
it's baseball.
I don't think it was baseball. I'm gonna look it up while you continue.
But anyway, yeah. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, the Rockets are coming back. The Rockets are losing their lead, 111-97 against Golden State with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth. Rockets need to win this, keep the series alive. Golden State win this, they advance to the next round. But anyway, going back on Tuesday's matchup yesterday, Celtics advance. What, you got it?
He was dude was a college lacrosse player,
Mm,
and he played for Loyola before transitioning to basketball, where he played at Northwestern University.
damn.
That guy, he literally just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna play basketball."
There's more money in basketball.
Yo, NBA do that? Like, yeah, that's so dope. But go ahead.
No, but Boston Celtics, they advanced. No shocker there. I think they could have just rushed to Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown throughout the whole series, and they still would have had the same outcome. But Celtics advance the next round. They're either going to verse the Pistons or the Knicks. We'll wait along that series for tomorrow to see if we can get the result. Not shocker for the Celtics, but the Magic situation, they go into the offseason. Another situation where, listen, you weren't good enough to beat them. Everyone knew that you weren't going to beat them. You're still a good enough team. You got Franz Wagner. He's a good young player. You got Paulo Banchero. He's a good young player. Like, you got a bunch of young guys that you can still develop around. I think it just comes down to in Orlando. Keep those two as your core, but develop more veteran leadership around your team. That team's lacking veteran leadership. I think the oldest veteran on that team is KCP, and that's an issue. I think you need a veteran guard help that can be a playmaker, but also can put up some good points. I'm trying to think of an example in my head.
Whatever you do, just please don't say CP3. I'm not hearing the CP3.
No, I'm not saying CP3 is old.
He's too honestly, I can't think of any veterans that can get a job. But what I can think of, if I'm Orlando, I'm trying to see if I can land LaMelo. I am trying to see if I can do that. LaMelo or Trey. I would prefer LaMelo in my opinion. But I want to see if I can land LaMelo or Trey Young in the offseason. Because if you land those two, Jalen Suggs comes back, you move him to the two guard, to the 2 spot. Yeah, like that team becomes really good really fast, in my opinion.
I think that team with even like a point guard like Schroeder, cheap money, but he's a veteran guy that knows how to still play.
You
beneficial
thrive
for that team. You see what he's doing for Detroit right now, but I'm not saying this team would win championships, but I think they would definitely take a step up. And I think also Paulo is going to take a step up in his game, and so is Franz Wagner. So we'll see what happens. But nothing really is sweat in Orlando because they weren't expected to do anything big. Going into the last matchup on Tuesday, you had the Denver Nuggets winning 131-115. That's crazy. And Jokic didn't even have a good game. Of the Jokic's standards. Jokic didn't even have a good game. He had 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. He still got it. No, sorry. Yeah. He still had a triple-double, but he's only put 13 points, which is unlike for Jokic to do this season. Jamal Murray dropped 43. That is ridiculous. Jamal Murray dropped 43. Playoff Jamal is no joke. He shot 8 for 14 from three-pointer, which is ridiculous.
highest playoff riser of all time. Literally,
low-key.
The stats
Definitely.
say it.
But overall, I think Nuggets won at home. Definitely needed, especially going back into LA, where I think the Clippers will pull it off. This series is going 7. There's no way Denver is winning it in LA. There's too much talent on both ends of the court. I just think it's going to be a very good series, and this one is going to go down to Game 7 in Denver, last second type of vibe. That's what I'm feeling. Because they're both really good teams. But Denver is very that way.
I agree.
Yeah, but Denver shows very unique type of traits. Denver wins big when Jamal Murray goes off. Doesn't even need Jokic to play good or play up his best in terms of scoring. Jamal Murray is the X factor for this team. He is every single season in the playoffs. When Jamal Murray plays good, it results in the Nuggets advancing and going win championship. You look at the championship year they won. Jokic didn't win an MVP that year, but he was damn near putting up MVP numbers. But he wasn't really the big guy that everyone was looking at like he's the X factor for this team. Because we all knew that Jokic was going to do his thing. Jamal Murray was that dude. And I think if he continues that, then you're looking at a Nuggets team that can go somewhat decently far, but can't just be Jokic by himself.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I'm also watching this Warriors game right now. It's getting chippy. It's getting real chippy. This series is also mad fun to watch too. But
Yeah, put it on.
just to piggyback off of that, like you said, yeah, it really the Nuggets have always it's Jokic's team, but in reality, the only way they have a chance of doing anything is if Jamal Murray is in the situation. So I fully agree with you on that as well. And Jamal Murray has just definitely showed himself in that one game, but there's going to be a lot more than just that one game. And I'm pretty sure everyone knows we need a lot more than just that one game. We're going to need the Jamal Murray that we all know and love from that championship run and also last year as well. So yeah, man.
For sure. But overall, right now we have the Rockets going up, and the Rockets are barely winning right now, 114 to 101. I know I say barely, they're up by 13, but when you look at how much they were down by, it's a big way that they came back from. But
Jackson Davis about to get thrown out the game.
Why?
He just threw like a low key threw. He pushed Alperen Sengun back.
He pushed him in the upper section.
Yeah, but that's definitely a flagrant. I just don't know if they're gonna throw him out the game immediately or not.
They definitely will, because he's probably like a nobody in their eyes. They're like, it's all right, we'll get him out.
I also think they might give tech to Alperen and Spence, and they might give the full flagrant to Jackson.
It sounds like the NBA to give technical fouls to people that didn't even do anything. Sounds about right.
No, because what happened was Spence was running back. Yeah, Spence was running back, and actually, Alperen was the one that started. Hold on. We're giving you live updates right now. Because Alperen walks up to Spence, bumps into him, and starts talking trash. Spence is minding his business. And then Spence kind of throws a headbutt. And Jackson just throws Spence, throws Alperen back.
Yeah, you know why they did that?
Why?
To slow down the game. They were getting crushed. It's almost like a timeout in that sense, because you see how much time is being wasted right now by them reviewing it. It gets the crowd into the game for just amping them up, and then also not even that, it just slows them down from getting their roll, their momentum. That's all it was.
I kind of do want to see what the refs choose in this situation, though. I do want to see what happens.
NBA refs are GAY, and if you can spell, then you know what I'm saying. So they're probably going to call a technical foul on Spencer and Alperen Sengun, and they were going to call a flagrant penalty one.
Based off the way they call games, I would give them all techs. I would just give the other one. I would give Jackson more, based on the way they call the games, because Spence did throw a headbutt back at him.
Yeah, that's why you will get technicals. But here's the thing: when you have a baseline of a technical foul, can be from a range of a clap all the way to shoving somebody. Like, this is a big baseline. How do you deem what a freaking technical foul is? Like, these refs suck. They really do. They have no idea. They have no idea what they're doing. I'm really convinced. Oh, it's so frustrating.
But hey, man, let's go through these comments really quick.
Yeah. Dan's in the building. What's going on, Dan? Appreciate you popping out. Said, call it now. If Barca make it to the final, PSG are taking it. Said, defense is so leaky. I will say, that matchup entices me the most, PSG versus Barca. Eric, hear me out. The speed by Kabashwili and Ousmane Dembele.
No. Ready? You're going to say it with me. Ready?
All right.
Kvaratskhelia. There you go. Lock that in your brain, bro. I literally practiced it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Practiced this day like 5 times.
Kvaratskhelia. The speed by Kvaratskhelia on the side and Usman Dembele as their front is freaking is scary, dude. They're scary fast, and I think they can get past any defense, and it shows even in that Arsenal game as well. But overall, and also Nuno
Wait,
mentioned the outside.
David.
They ejected Spencer.
How did Spencer ejected? What?
They ejected. Yeah, these refs are terrible, dude. I tell you, dude, they
Dude,
suck.
out of everything, that was the last thing I thought was gonna happen. Spence getting ejected.
Did they watch? Did they see what they're watching?
Bro.
I'm generally curious. Did they see?
Nah, Sengu's soft for that, bro. How you gonna walk at someone, talk trash, get bopped in the freaking face, and then not do anything? Like,
Because he
what are
knows
you
he's
doing?
smart. He's smart.
You call foul? What is this,
He
bro?
pulled, you know what he does? He pulled a Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks has the same type of crap where he's like, he acts tough, and then all of a sudden he just does it to get the other guy amped and make him react.
That's a terrible call, though, bro.
Eric,
That's
like I
a
said,
terrible
Eric,
call.
like I said, ready? You ready? Are you shocked? Are you shocked? These refs make so many different mistakes that I literally that happened. I'm like, yeah, it's a bad call, but not really phased because they suck so bad.
Bro, how you get the guy that started the problem in the first place? He
Eric,
would have got headbutted if yo, bro.
You know what it was? They got a call from Secaucus and saying, hey, you're at home in Houston. You got to get rid of the guy that's heating up on the Warriors. All right, bet. Cool. Spencer suspended for 15 games. Just stop the run. Crazy.
That's crazy.
But Dan said Arsenal showed fear yesterday, and PSG have a wealth of talent. Go to show Mbappe was the problem.
Boop. Yo, PSG would have said Champions League the year he leaves. That's horrible.
That'd be funny.
That's horrible for his career.
That's what happens when you want all the power.
I want to go through the rest of these comments, and then I want to talk on Arsenal. The last thing I have is just Arsenal versus PSG. I want to talk on that really quick as well.
Fair enough. Padon's in the bill. What's going on, Padone? Appreciate you popping out.
Padone.
I'm here. Said I apologize for the late arrival. Don't apologize as long as you're here. And also PVM 10's in the building. Said chance.
Yo!
PVM. What's up, PVM 10? What's going on? Thanks for popping out. But Matt said, why no one want to see Inter versus Arsenal? He said,
Listen, man. I can tell you why I don't want to see Inter versus Arsenal because I'm a Barcelona.
Because you're a Barcelona fan. Hey, I guess that one's pretty right.
Yeah, I couldn't speak for everyone else. I just want to touch base on this really quick because David, you mentioned earlier Arsenal. I actually think this game, Arsenal didn't Arsenal, if you will. I think I'm not going to say I don't want to sit there and count out Arsenal. I still believe Arsenal can get something done at the Parc des Princes. I don't want to count them out. I just think PSG, as of right now, might just be the better team, period. The fact that because Arsenal had chances. Arsenal could have tied this game up. It was not a domination from PSG. Arsenal had chances as well. I just personally think that their expectation rose even more the moment they beat Madrid, even though we all knew collectively as soccer fans that Madrid was but because of the name, their rose even more, if you will. Right? So in other words, I'm gonna let you go. I'll let you go. Hold on. Just let me finish this point really quick. Right? If anything, I just think Real Madrid made Arsenal look like I saw someone say this when it first happened, and I didn't believe it because I really did believe the hype that Arsenal was really that good. I'm not trying to say Arsenal's bad, right? I'm not saying that. They're definitely on this level. They're there. They deserve to be there. But Real Madrid made Arsenal look crazy. That's what it really was. Real Madrid made Arsenal look like they was absurd. And afterwards, to see Real Madrid compete against Barca in that final, it even hyped Arsenal up even more in my eyes. Because Arsenal handled Real Madrid better than Barca just in recent games. Obviously not over the whole span of the season, but in recent they handled them better. So I thought Arsenal was definitely going to win this game. But hey, man, things are different. They have a remontada to complete against PSG. Do I think it's going to happen? Honestly, no. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're ready for it just yet. But we'll see what happens.
Listen, I remember I said something on the podcast probably on Monday, stating that the reason why watch Arsenal, they're going to beat Real Madrid and they're going to get all this hype on them, and all of a sudden they're just going to lose to PSG. I'm not saying the series isn't over, right? The leg isn't over. There's still another leg to play. But the reason why I say Arsenal is Arsenal because they were home. And listen, like we said, I think basketball is a different situation like it is in soccer. Home field advantage in soccer matters. I'm not saying it doesn't matter in NBA, but I feel like it matters more in soccer because those home fans, those elites, they go freaking crazy, dude.
The ultras,
The ultras, they go freaking crazy. What I call them elites, I meant ultras.
Yeah, no, but we know what you mean. It's the same thing basically.
Ultras. But overall, it's just something called about home field advantage in soccer that matters the most. And the fact is that Arsenal not only lost, but they lost 1-0, and the game was even when you're at home. PSG still put up a fight. So overall, I still think it's even though technically they did lose, I think it's a bigger loss than what we think because you're down 1-0 and you're going away into France where the Parc des Princes is going to be going crazy because they haven't had this in God knows how long, 5 years ago. It's the last time they were in a semifinal, 6 years ago. So they're going to go crazy for it.
He posted that. I'm going to go find that for you.
I think it was 5 or 6 years. But I think PSG will take it in the second leg. I really have a feeling because even if Arsenal scores a goal, PSG scores another one, and they're up 2-1. It's like they already had that 1-0 lead.
It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough, and it's always not easy walking into your home, another walking into away territory. But I think it's possible. I don't want to count them out just yet. Anything's possible. Obviously, that's the easiest thing to say, but I don't want to count Arsenal just yet. I think they'll make it. I don't want to say Arsenal gets shut out across these two legs. I don't want to say that much.
No, I'm not saying they're going to shut out, but I think PSG will score goals too.
But I'm not here. This is the second time I'm hearing PSG's going to win the Champions League. I'm not hearing that. Arsenal make the Champions League. You're going to see PSG's defense get split open. I'm not hearing none of this. I don't care whether they're clamping or whatever it is. I'm not hearing it. They haven't a team like Barca attack. No one has seen anything like Barca until they verse Barca because Barca's the best attack in the world. There's been one team that's been able to keep us quiet this season, and it's not going to be PSG. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that right now.
All I'm saying is that it's just one game.
That's all it needs. That's all I need, bro. Because
I know, but I'm saying Barcelona can have one bad game.
Oh, 100% they can have one bad game.
And lose the finals because it's only one leg.
Go ahead. Sorry. You for me you lagged. I think it's me lagging though, but like for me so go ahead.
No, I was saying it's like even if you gotta remember in the finals it's only one leg. So it's whether if you're dominating them, you can't make no adjustments. The only adjustments you're making is infield adjustments, halftime adjustments. So if you're getting dogged, you're most likely going to be staying that way until the game's over because you have no other leg to fall back on.
Listen, man. Barca's been in this situation. They've been Real Madrid several times. PSG's been in this situation too. The only difference is they're versing bums. No, not bums, but they're versing worse teams.
No,
right?
No, the first league is bums. You're right. They're not the fifth best league.
I don't like disrespected though like that.
Listen, I always say it. I say it all the time. They're freaking Uber Eats, McDonald's.
No, man. But listen, they're going to be ready. We're going to be ready. I'm just saying this. Your boy Nuno Mendes, yeah? The one that's supposed to claim Saka, but was getting pantsed by Saka.
I'm sorry. How many goals they allow? How many goals they allow?
Oh my gosh! Dude, Saka had Nuno Mendes do his. Saka had Nuno Mendes do his spins. The only thing is they just couldn't go forward.
You know that's called. You know what that's called?
What?
Nuno Mensch, Portuguese have that type of thing about them where they have like humility and they feel bad for the other opponent. So Nuno Mensch
Oh,
had a Portuguese player. He felt bad for Saka. He's like, you know what? I want you to succeed. So that's what he did for him. But he didn't
so
allow
you
a
know
goal.
what?
That's all that matters.
If he feels bad for Saka, I wonder how much he's gonna feel bad for 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. I can't wait to see that. Actually, can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
Can't
me
wait to
too.
see that happen.
The best left back in the world going up against the best player in the
Mm,
world. Who's the best left back in the world?
he's not the best left back in the world.
I think, but for real talk though, I think the most scary thing about this Arsenal team is the fact that Timber went down. The right back, because who the hell you
Oh,
put it
yes.
at the right back position?
Is Ben White back? I mean,
Ben
even
White,
if
he's,
White is good. No, Ben White can do the job. It's just Ben White's not as good as Timber.
Mhm.
No, Inter Miami lost, David. No.
Yeah, that's
No, man.
Yeah.
They
But
lost 5-1 on the aggregate.
also, I want to
Jeez.
say something. This PSG team could be up 2-0 if Gonzalo Ramos, wiener touching Gonzalo Ramos, didn't hit the freaking crossbar. You see that shot he took? He was like chipping it over him. I'm like, dude, take a shot.
Yo,
Jesus Christ.
He's still living in the fortune.
That
I
could have
would
been 2
never
nothing
let
right
that
there.
go, bro. I
No
would
one
never let
should.
that go.
No one should.
Let me see. I want to see if Ben White is hurt. Padone, if
No,
you're
Ben
still in the
White
chat,
played. No, he's on the bench. He played. He played that game.
yeah, no, Ben White can still do the job. It's just that to throw him in this situation, like just to try to figure it out, is gonna be tough. Also, another guy that they're gonna need, and this is the last thing I'll say about this. Yo, Martin Odegaard. It's crazy how we posted what we posted on the Instagram. Go check out the Instagram,
Yeah.
right? About Martin Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes, and then he drops a stinker like this in a big game. I'm sorry, bro. Martin, you gotta figure it out, bro. Cause you're meant to be the captain. You're meant to be the maestro in the middle for them. Like you need to be more impactful. You have to be more impactful, man. So,
For sure. For sure.
That's what I'm saying on that.
See what happens. Now my eye is itching, Eric.
When did Kevin Knox get on the Warriors? Am I tweaking?
No,
David? Did I know this?
They go underneath the radar.
Kevin Knox is on the Warriors, bro. Yeah, I'm about to.
Yeah.
My eyes are
bugging out too.
But
right now.
we got through it though. We got through it. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Anyway, PVM 10 said, let's hear this. So today when I was playing football with my friends, they wanted to track my speed. And I'm not even joking, but I ran up to 23.05 miles an hour.
Bro, somebody just get this dude, man. Somebody get this dude.
You still have your ACL? What the hell? Did you tear your ACL? What are you talking about?
He's back. He's back, bro.
How do you get back so quick? Matt said, if we're talking about real being bad, we gotta talk about PEG or PSG. PSG beating all 4 English teams. 3/4 are all in the top 4 in the Prem, and the other was a City team.
Yeah,
they're good. They're the best team in France, but they still versus bums.
They're really good this year.
It's almost like there should be a league where they should put all the top teams in every single league and put them together.
No. That's what we do, buddy. We're not doing that, big man. We're not doing that, big man. No. I don't want that.
Or maybe it's called the Champions League already. Hey.
It's like we have the Club World Cup. We got Champions League. We don't need no Super League, bro. We're good.
Eric, you see the tickets for the Club World Cup?
Bro.
You see the tickets? I've been looking them up for there's one in East Rutherford over here. And Porto's playing. They're versing Porto's versus what?
When you say tickets, I thought of SummerSlam for some reason. My ADHD kicked in. But I'll say that afterwards. Tell me how much tickets are.
Club World Cup. Porto's playing in East Rutherford. They're going up against some freaking, I don't know, some team from the Middle East. Whatever team there. Al-Kajal. Whatever. I'm not.
No, Ronaldo lost today, bro. What happened, David?
Messi lost today. What happened, bro?
No, but Ronaldo missed the sinner to decide the game or win the game. I saw him, bro.
Who cares, dude? No one cares anymore.
You Ronaldo all the time. On the side. What happened, David?
Ronaldo is the GOAT. That's all that matters.
We'll never stop talking about them until they retire.
Listen. What were we saying? Oh, you gotta look up Al Kajal, Al Kidal, some
Al
freaking
Ahly, bro.
Al Ali.
It's AL space AHLY.
Al
Al
Al.
Ahly. Yo, don't do that. It's Al Ahly. They're Egyptian.
Ah, Middle East. I said that.
They're second in the chip in the Premier League.
Oh,
the Egyptian Premier League. It's
the
called the
Premier
Premier
League.
League. It's called the Prem, man. It's called the Prem. What the heck? They have like two
But
different.
anyway,
What
I
the
was
heck
looking up
is
the
this?
tickets. Dude, they cost $100 the cheapest one. I'm like, I'm not paying $100 to sit up in 300s to watch friggin' Porto versus.
Bro, America is cooked right now with ticket pricing. Do you know how much SummerSlam for a front row seat is?
Probably like a couple thousand.
Couple thousand, yeah? Give me a number.
3,000.
3,000? David, it's 40 bands.
Oh, I want those free tickets, right? You rather take that over the million?
Matter of fact, I need to see this for myself, actually. Hold on. But hey, I'm gonna go on SeatGeek right now because I've been seeing it all over the place, but I need to see it with my own eyes. Everyone's saying that because, mind you, years ago it cost like 3 bands to get to front row tickets. But now if I type in SummerSlam, WWE SummerSlam, 2-day pass, what the heck? SummerSlam, New Jersey. Here we go. Just one ticket for me, please. Let's zoom in. How close can we get? Where's the ring? This is the ring. This says $2,000. See, what are they talking about?
Oh,
but everyone's saying it's 40. Well, I mean, they're not showing you. Oh, never mind. I see one that's 21,000, and that's not even the front row.
Yeah, but is that actual sale or is that resale? Because sometimes Ticketmaster puts up bogus prices that are not even real tickets.
I'm on SeatGeek. If I continue right now, it's going to charge me $21,000. That's crazy, bro. And I can't even get closer. Oh, expand the filter. Hold on. Expand your filters out. What? Clear filters. It won't even let me get to like the where I want to be on here. The closest I could get is 21,000. I can only imagine what the front row seats are. Yeah,
listen,
but it's cooked.
GG's. We're screwed.
Yeah, you're gonna get people that don't even care about wrestling in the front rows. Good job. Good job.
You're like, yeah, Daddy, please get me those tickets. Be like, son, sure, whatever you want. Friggin', I know nothing about them.
I just want to go to this event. Oh man,
my friends are going. Can you buy us 3?
The rich get richer, bro. The rich get richer.
And listen, and then we try to put in $1 parlays, 20 legs, and try to get $20 million.
That's the only way we have hope of getting up. Is that, bro? That's it. $1 for 50 billion for 50 million parlay. Hit the lottery, you're good.
But PVM10 said, and I was jogging. Yeah, he's such a. He said, "Do you guys think I'm fast?" Well, you said you had an ACL tear, so I don't know what to believe anymore.
I believe no, not at all. Not one bit, buddy. I don't. I think you're a liar. Everybody.
Eric, he's got to race you. I think he can beat you.
Yo, this kid's not touching me in the race. Respectfully, not touching
we gotta make it happen. We gotta make it happen.
I'm smoking him. He knows it, bro.
We gotta make it happen.
PVM Drizzy, I hope you're seeing this. I'm smoking you in the race. Better yet, forget all that. David's smoking you in the race. I'm not hearing none of this. Yo. You know about 50-meter dash David Rodriguez? No, you don't. I bet you don't. I bet you don't. Yo. I'll put a David. Word.
100%. 100%. But anyway.
David's still moving like he moving in high school. David showed the arm mobility. David showed the arm mobility.
Oh, friggin'. Oh, I forgot to tell you, dude. I messed my arm up.
You messed it up again?
I messed up in jiu-jitsu, so watch the range of motion. Watch.
Good. I guarantee you, all of y'all in this chat right now don't have that range of motion right now. Look at this. I guarantee you, none of you can do that right now.
You see the difference between the right and the left? This one.
Yes. Now watch this. Watch my predominant right one.
Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Yeah.
That's about it.
That's like my bad left one right now.
That's what, yo. There's no way. That's a. I don't know. What do you do for that, bro? You have to be doing like some crazy. Like,
Well, you train with flexibility. You strengthen while lengthening. So you're lengthening and getting flexible, and you're strengthening your muscles while at the weakest point. So
strengthen
they get
while
flexible, and they straighten, they build up.
I'm about to come to these classes, bro. I'm about to go to these classes.
Dude, telling you work out with me one day. That'd be fun.
If I had the time, shoot, if I freaking had the time.
But
Late night class.
late night class.
Yeah, it would have to be a late night class at work.
What kind of class?
Jiu-jitsu. What you be taking? Like,
I
yeah.
thought you were talking about the gym.
No.
No, but PBM10 said, Eric, after the second step, you want to stop the race in 2 seconds. Bro, both of y'all are cooked. Yo, it's Cap.
This guy's trying to talk like he's Usain Bolt, bro.
Hey, Eric, have you ever been head tapped 6 people before in a football, both genders? Because I have. Is that a flex?
The brain rot right now, bro. Yo, I'm at PVM10. You know what's crazy? Just because you head tap people doesn't mean anything. We all know there was a bunch of 10-year-olds, bruv. It's fine. It doesn't count, bro. It doesn't count. They have to be grown adults. You can't just head tap kids that are 5'5" or not even freaking 5 foot tall and be like, "Oh, I did something." Come on, bro. You know.
Yeah, this Phillies fan, dude. This Pirates fan fell out of the stands today, trying to catch a home run ball. You want to see it?
Yes, bro. And after that, I probably, if there's nothing else to talk about, I gotta go, man. My whole face is jacked. Wait, I can't see it from. Can you come closer? Let me see. Like, I don't think it's gonna matter if I come closer. Where is he?
Oh crap!
It's the ring light. I think the ring light's blocking it. Oh no!
Damn.
Yo, is he okay?
I don't know. I have no idea. I had no idea. Didn't look like they landed okay. Oh,
please say it to me.
I think they're done.
No, stop.
That's crazy.
No, stop. There's no way he like fully got.
No, he had to be fun.
Please don't say.
But you know what someone said? Someone said in the comments. The first comment you read says, "Hell yeah, one less Pittsburgh fan."
Yo, he looked like he landed on his neck.
He did. He definitely landed on his neck.
Oh, that looks like Happy Wheels, bro. When you fall out the wheelchair.
That's why you don't freaking.
Oh.
That's why you don't reach over the freaking end of the railing to catch a freaking home run ball. If it ain't coming your way, don't reach it. Sad, dude. It actually happened in real life. A father and son went to a game, I think in Texas, dude. Texas Rangers. What?
Someone said fall damage. Yo, these people are sick.
It's crazy. But it actually happened in the Texas Rangers game. The father went to go reach over and fell in between the crack, landed on his head and died. And the son was like just there. Yeah.
He died?
Yeah, he died trying to catch a home run ball and he landed on his head in the concrete. Crazy dude, right?
Oh,
it sucks. It's terrible.
That's a sucky way to go, bro.
It's the worst thing because it's the most preventable thing.
Yeah, it's like yo, David, can you do me a favor on live? Can you just look at why I sent you before that?
Yeah, sure.
Just watch it on live.
The hell do you send me, dude?
And on that note, we can end it right there, bro.
Jesus Christ. What is that thing? Oh my gosh, dude. We're screwed. Society's cooked.
Oh man, bro, you didn't like that, bro?
No, PBS said, bro, they were taller than me, bro. He said, damn, is bro okay? I don't know. I hope he is. I hope he is too, but I don't think so. Yeah. And also, Eric, they were not just taller than me, but they were also 3 years older than me. Eric.
All right. See, now I could make a nasty joke right now.
Eric,
But I'm
you
not
gotta close
going
out the
to.
show. Not 2
I'm
hours in
going
yet.
to.
We're not 2 hours.
You have to pick just because they're taller and 3 years older than you have to be. I can't say that. Yeah, we're gonna have to end the show. I can't say that on live.
But without further ado, guys, that officially concludes today's episode of D&E Takeover. Thank you guys for tuning into today's episode. You guys are the best. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for tuning into today's episode. If you haven't done it already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the show to everyone that you know. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in and spending your Wednesday evening and night with us. And without further ado, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will be back on Monday talking about more sports and the next round of the NBA playoffs. So stay tuned. We'll talk about more sports. And without further ado, it's been your boy David.
It's been your boy Eric.
And we are out, guys. Appreciate everyone. You guys have a nice rest of your night. Enjoy the weekend. And we are out. Peace.